Welcome back to Intables, everyone. So again, going over my daily plan on exactly how I plan on playing into the SPY. Again, we got a rally from last Friday with 𝐒𝐭𝐫𝐤𝐤 mentioning a possible Fed pivot. However, leading into next Wednesday's Fed rate hike, what exactly should we be looking to anticipate leading into next Wednesday? I'm going to go over exactly what we're looking for here. Now, before I jump into this, if you guys can do me a huge favor, smash that like button if you find this video useful at all. Hit subscribe if you want to see my daily plan on exactly how I plan on playing into the market every single day. We go over candle structure, overall strength levels, and any key indicators that we need to be focused on. And again, if you are a day trader or you are looking for very volatile breakouts that we mention every single day in the Instables, and again, we mention any breakout that is worth looking at throughout the day, go to instables.com in the description below, and you will never miss a breakout alert today again. So jumping into the daily chart with you guys here on the SPY, just in case you are not familiar exactly why we have been getting a rally. Again, last Friday, 𝐒𝐭𝐫𝐤𝐤, a Wall Street journalist that follows every single Fed, mentioning that we do have a possible Fed pivot that is coming in after our next Fed rate hike, which is next Wednesday, mentioning that the Feds are indecisive, possibly leading into the Fed rate hike following next Wednesday's Fed rate hike. So we are looking to see if the Feds do confirm or deny this possible Fed pivot. Are we anticipating a possible major rejection like we did prior with jobs reports and like we did prior with CPI reports, having that rejection taking away that anticipation? Are we going to get a false breakout here, or are we going to get confirmed with Jerome Powell leading into next Wednesday is our overall question here. Now, looking at our overall candle structure here, we are sitting on a gravestone doji after having a momentum candle to the upside and gapping up, looking to see if we do continue on with this rejection leading into tomorrow. Again, we did have our gap up that we mentioned from 380 to 385. We continued on above 385, continued all the way up to 388 today. We mentioned yesterday that we needed to continue on above 390 if we were looking for more room above 400. Again, this is our prior gap down as well that we had. So again, that would be that next level up. That's why we were looking for that level. Again, our prior level that we were looking for is at 380 to 385 because we had our gap down at this point. We did have this gap up. Again, a nice gap up that we had from yesterday. Looking to see if we now do continue on with that proof of concept as our 20 is still below our 50. We still do need to cross, and we need that proof of concept. Looking to see if we can bounce off of our 20 at some point, even if we continue on higher, come back down and look for that possible bullish setup, maybe get an engulfing candle from here, or our 20-day starts to curl down here and we look for that possible rejection, looking for that proof of concept, making sure that we are looking to see if we can bounce off of our 20 as we are curling up here over our 50 MA is extremely key here. Now, looking at our overall strength, again, looking at our buy pressure, as you guys can see, we have been increasing in buy pressure. Again, mentioning that we have been continuously increasing in buy pressure. Now looking to see if we can get our EMA lines to cross above the median of MACD with that increase in buy pressure from here. Again, no surprise if we have a possible cool down with tomorrow's initial jobless claims, and then possibly we get a white shaded line leading into next Wednesday's Fed rate hike, or possibly get that anticipation on either a move higher or a move lower, looking for either that sell pressure to come in if the Feds do mention that we are not going to be pivoting anytime soon. Maybe we have a bad outlook, maybe things are really as bad as we do think they are, and we get that possible rejection. We get our EMA lines to possibly cross back over here, but we do not get our 16 to cross back over, and we possibly get a rejection with Jerome Powell rejecting that possible Fed pivot coming from, again, 𝐒𝐿𝐵𝐤𝐤, not even a Fed himself mentioning this, and we have been getting a rally. So looking to see if this is going to be a false rally leading into next Wednesday is exactly what we're looking for here, and just keeping in mind that we are increasing in buy pressure. However, we are sitting on a gravestone doji. This could be the beginning of a white shaded line if this rejection candle does continue on lower, and in my opinion, if we do drop down below 378, then this rejection candle will definitely turn into a white shaded line going into tomorrow. Now looking at the RSI, again, looking to see if we do have room to run to the upside. Again, we are increasing in buy pressure. We have our EMA lines pointing up here. However, our RSI is now pointing down, giving us a slight cool down here, looking to see if we can jump into newer highs. Again, breaking above our relative strength is going to be extremely key. If we do not break above our relative strength, then we are still going to be sitting on a cool down. Maybe we have possible indecisive moves leading into next Wednesday's Fed rate hike. Maybe we anticipate that possible hawkish response from Powell, mentioning that we do not have a Fed pivot coming in soon, and we possibly continue on lower. So again, just making sure we are careful, looking to see if we can jump back into higher highs here on the RSI to give us more confirmation on strength. Now jumping into the dollar, again, we have been looking for more weakness on the dollar as we have been getting strength in the market when we get weakness on the dollar. As you guys can see, we did drop down below our 20 for the second time. We mentioned this a couple days ago, and we did get that strength. Again, continuing on with our rejection on the dollar, dropping below our 50 yesterday, and then now continuing on with the momentum candle to the downside here, giving us strength in the market today. So again, that's why we had a lot of strength today, now testing a very key level that we did have a momentum candle to the upside from at this point. Again, testing the lower end of this this level here that we are exactly at. So again, that's why we got a slight bounce. That's why the market did get a slight rejection to the upside, because we are testing a very key level here, and we are now looking to see if we do confirm with our 20 crossing below our 50. We will be looking for a stronger move if we do get some type of bounce back here and we do get a bearish setup on a possible bounce back. If we do get a possible momentum candle to the upside, we get a possible doji candle coming out just above it, and then we get a possible momentum candle closing below that doji. That would be an evening star, that continuation on a rejection possibly. But again, looking for more bearish setups from here to look to see if we can get strength. And again, we did mention yesterday, if the VIX did continue on with weakness, just like we had here on the dollar, we could get a lot of strength in the market, and that's exactly what happened here. Again, we got our Gravestone doji that we mentioned a couple days ago, mentioning that we have that rejection to the upside on the lower end of our 20-day moving average, and now getting that momentum candle just below our 50 MA, and then continuing on with that weakness, giving us strength in the market and more volatility on that strength today. And now we are testing a very key level that we did try to hold, and we kept getting rejected to the upside prior from, and now we are testing this. So again, if we get some type of strength on the dollar, some type of weakness in the market, then there would be no surprise again, as we are testing key levels again on the dollar and the VIX. So again, if we get an intraday bounce, possibly that rejection like we had today, a possible continuation on that rejection, there would be no surprise. However, if we did continue on higher, we continued on with this rejection to the downside, there also would be no surprise. Again, leading into next Wednesday's Fed rate hike with Jerome Powell speaking will be the true colors on exactly what 𝐒𝐭𝐫𝐤𝐤 mentioned last Friday on a possible Fed pivot. So again, just looking for either that confirmation on that continuation based on what Jerome Powell says next Wednesday, or we could possibly continue on down to our fifth wave here on the SPY. And again, that would be that false breakout like we had prior multiple times. Continuing on down to our fifth wave is what we'd be looking for if we did continue on lower. However, at this point in time, looking to see if we do continue on with bullish setups above our 20 as we cross back over our 50 is what we're looking for from here. So again, just keep it in mind that anything can happen here leading into next Wednesday's Fed rate hike with Jerome Powell confirming or denying any Fed pivot that we have ahead of us. Now again, with that said, if you are a day trader or you are looking for very volatile breakouts, I mentioned every single breakout that is worth looking at throughout the day, every single day in the Instabulls room. Go to instabulls.com in the description below, and you will never miss a breakout alert today again. And again, all of you Instabulls that come over every single day and support the channel, again, an amazing breakout today that we had with EPIX, again, breaking above pre-market high at 227, jumped up to $5.10 on the day, continued to alert on the way up throughout the day, continuing to break out. I hope you guys did catch any of that. We will continue to take what the market gives us like we had with EPIX today. And again, if you guys do like this video, it does help the channel grow, and I do appreciate it very much. And again, God bless you all, and I'll see you guys in pre-market.